Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Another set this evening. The first set from the quarterfinals. Jabari versus Akkal here. Joining me today, we have guest caster Tech Chariot. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Juicy. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to co-cast.
Absolutely. Been looking forward to it. If you guys don't know, Tech Chariot is over there on YouTube. And it's just Tech Chariot on YouTube, right?
I've got this really long and not very meaningful URL. Has a bunch of random letters and numbers in it. But if I get to 100 subscribers, I can actually make my URL Tech Chariot. But I bet if you searched it, you could probably find me. And got enough videos up at this point.
Yeah, fair enough. That's how I find you. So I just figured that was what it was. But nonetheless, it's good to have you along for the cast tonight. We do have this lovely set this evening between Jabari and Akkal to cast. It is best of five here, the first of our quarterfinal sets. Hello, Pleb Chariot, T-Bomber, and I will heal you guys showing up so early. On your screens, I have the Civ draft available as well as the maps. You have yes, and we have Arabia in the middle here, and home maps for Jabari, Monkey Arena, and Banana Cove. Paul has selected Jungle, Nomad, and Banana Grounds. Civ selections, kind of a nice little mix here, actually. Jabari going for Spanish, Bohemians, Turks, Britons, Byzantine, Saracens. Paul with Cubans, Lithuanians, Mongols, Sicilians, Japanese, Italians. Very interesting draft here for both players. What do you think, Dick?
I'm thinking Jabari is definitely thinking about Byzantines on Arena Cove, unless he's gonna pay homage to Tech Chariot and go like a Byzantine smush in Arabia, but or on Arena. But he'll probably, I don't know, he might go some different kind of clownery. He certainly has a lot of great options for closed maps, so you could definitely tell where he's coming from. And Akkal loves his Nomad and he loves his open maps, so you could see that in his draft as well. Of course, I know and love both of these players. I'm looking forward to seeing them in action.
Yeah, I mean, both of these players known around my community for certain, but Akal is known around the community in a whole. He's casted and hosted so many tournaments himself, so nice to have him playing in this one. Good to see them both go up against each other, and we'll have to dive into game and get things rolling, eh?
Sounds good.
All right. We're both prematurely at 12 seconds, but I'll count us down. We'll be good to go. You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, Jabari with the Bohemians. I have him in the gray here. He has the lower seed, and then we do have a call in yellow, being higher seed. One house for Jabari. Instantly building a second. That was very strange start for Jabari there, but nonetheless, we'll progress forward. You gotta look at these beautiful monkey scouts. Tech, do you just love these Furious the Monkey Scouts or what?
I'm looking at Jabari's monkey and I'm wondering how long it's going to take that monkey to find its way over to Akkal's woodline. But I suppose Akkal needs to have a woodline first. We'll see. Jabari's checking out his own base. He's found his berries and he's found his boar, so maybe it's time to go scout his opponent now.
Yeah, very interesting. Jabari has been one of the most aggressive players here with that scout monkey with the attack speed, just insanely good. And we'll see if he is going to be aggressive here yet again. We'll be looking for things around his map here, how that works out for him.
Yeah, honestly, this monkey might be more of a nuisance than that Sean Bardai on Karga. This monkey has insane damage output. If you haven't heard how damaging this monkey is, there are many people in the community that can testify.
Yeah, I mean, Jabari is scouting around at home, though. I imagine he's just going to get that figured out before he comes forward. He is on to wood already, but yet to build the lumber camp. There it is. And a boar brought
Well,
in very quickly for him.
so Akkal has a pretty open map. I mean, it's not the worst map of all maps, but Jabari has this gorgeous map with two back stones. I mean, though his berries are forward and his gold is forward, but if it really came down to it, Jabari could stonewall on the left, stonewall his gold off, and fake like one building and basically funnel everything into the town center and have a perfectly safe back corner here.
Yeah, and we have seen Jabari play Bohemians on Arabia every set thus far, and he has done nothing but wall and wall early, and he's already setting a Ville out here, it looks like, to start this wall up with the house here. So, Monkey is forward here, though. Akkal sees it immediately. One Ville will be lost, though.
Yep.
A good reaction, though. No question. What's up, John? And yes, Tech does love the stone walls.
So Jabari sniping that villager like we predicted. It's just one simple little thing that you can remember about these maps and about this monkey is that you can go forward, and if the villagers don't have loom, it doesn't matter if there are 3 of them chopping there. And if your opponent has lightning reflexes, that monkey can snipe a villager. You can be 1 villager ahead.
Yep, Akkal looks like he's going to try to come in and maybe snipe one himself. He might get lucky here and steal some of the sheep here as well, which could be a nice little bonus for him. And yeah, there is going to be a Ville here.
Oh. Now Jabari is loomed, though. So I believe that this villager is going to get away. She does.
Yeah, just a little bit of preparation for Jabari having loom already. Honestly, he's already walling up as well. And I expect to see a massive wall up, to be honest.
Yep, the palisades are already going down. Jabari has, oh yeah, you're right, he's walled on the left-hand side too. I don't know if he's going to run into this wolf, but it doesn't really matter. Is he going to wall straight across, or is he going to take this other wood line? He's probably just going to wall straight to the edge of the map.
Yeah, it looks like he might, but either way, he'll be able to get it down here. He's on to the mill play as well. This is being seen here. This Ville is slightly low HP, but again, I don't believe it will be able to take it out. Jabari deleting the mill here. We'll rebuild. Very strange map indeed. But Akkal, we have seen do some funky build orders himself here, playing Malians of all civs here. Potentially has a little bit of scouting in on Jabari, knowing the strat for him.
So Eric's coming down for Akkal. He's at 19 pop. He would have been at 20 pop if he hadn't lost the villager earlier. He's building an extra one now and getting loom. So based on the fact that he's only had 2 on wood at the front for most of the game, or most of the time where you have villagers on wood, and he just put 2 on stragglers now, I'm thinking this is a scouts build for him. So he just barely clicks up.
Out to the mill, so yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if that is what he plans to go here. Ultimately, Jabari's strat and this wall-up effect is kind of similar to what you do, but you go a little bit more into like the late game. Jabari seems to pressure in Castle Age with crossbows.
So Jabari putting up his mining camp here, he's not even going to bother with that forward gold, which I think is smart. And plus, having a mining camp in this location will allow him to wall behind these houses and palisades that are on the left if they are indeed pressured. He can get there more quickly. He's going to have 2 on gold. Akkal sending villagers to long-distance gold mine. I don't understand. Okay, so Akkal has 2 militia in his barracks now. So I don't know if it's going to be man-at-arms or if it's going to be Drush. 3rd militia is being created. I think maybe Akkal is just so lean on wood right now. His wood economy was hurt by that monkey lane that he just wasn't able to get the mining camp up in time. But he's building it now.
Yeah, I think the problem here was the mill was before the mining camp. I think he should have built the mill afterwards, personally. But nonetheless, not going to be scouts here. Maybe just a man-at-arms play into a fast castle, potentially. Paul's monkey is on the front here, taking Bill's HP and taking it away from these berries as well. The man-at-arms upgrade has not come in yet. There are 38 seconds. Jabari might actually fight this. Nope, looks like he will run.
Jabari doesn't care about those berries. But the villager goes down, though. So that's going to hurt.
Yeah, indeed. Feudal Age is about to click in, though. He has enough wood. I would expect to see an archery range almost immediately. There it is. And Man-at-Arms can do some damage, but they do lose some HP to the town center. Jabari going to start with those stone walls.
There it is. 2 ranges coming down. He does not have nearly enough on gold. He needs to sustain production from those 2 ranges. But as soon as he gets more on gold, he'll be able to go archers. Bohemians, of course, getting their gold mining upgrades for free, so maybe he's banking on that. But I'm liking these stone walls.
Yeah, that was really close, though. A little too risky for my blood. He could have had this wall down a little bit more comfortably there, but ultimately stone walls coming down all the way around here. We'll have everything safe at home. Stones, gold, decent wood line options, and I think he'll be pretty happy with his position, as this is what his game plan has continued to be since we've seen him start this up. And then back home, Cal also gonna palisade wall up here. Archery range himself.
Yep. So as long as Jabari can get all of his stone walls in place before Akkal's archers start coming out, he'll be okay. His big weak point right now are these houses, and Akkal's man-at-arms and monkey are going to find it. I think Akkal is going to come and get a hill advantage and then start, yeah, he's going to start pressuring the house, which has negative armor.
Yeah, but I think it will still be too late. As like you said earlier, there will be vills in the area able to wall this off, and then we have 4 archers soon to have fletching on their way out as well. Things are looking pretty even though across the board for economy, and oh, there's a hole. They're in. Oh, I did not see
goodness, this is a disaster for Jabari, because he is quick walling with stone his golds.
I mean, that's the best thing you could have done there. My goodness, that was a surprise, though. I did not think there was a hole there. Oh. Oh. Akkal calls GG?
Wait, what? What?
Alright.
I don't understand.
Neither do I. Oof.
He had the map. The map was his. Just maybe he felt like he couldn't get damage in. But the KD was, the Eco KD was, Akkal lost 2, and Jabari lost nothing. So maybe he felt that since he was 2 villagers behind, he couldn't win.
Yeah, but he's actually ahead in villagers. He obviously doesn't know that, but the idle time being there. Maybe he wasn't comfortable with his position, given what has happened, like you said. But man, that feels like an early GG.
Yeah.
I guess we will move on to game number 2 here in just a second, guys. Let's pull back up Civ Draft for you, and we'll get the maps back on the screen. So we will have a win with Bohemians and a loss with Malians here, but honestly didn't think that was going to be that quick. Thought they were both in a really good position, but Akkal does go ahead and call it. We'll be going to his home map next. I'm not sure what it is, but I'll tell you in a second once we get it. Guys, let me back over to Capture Age. We'll see what the map is. Go from there. Will be Banana Grounds. So we'll load up into that.
So Juicy, I don't know if we caught this, but those archers were not Jabari's archers next to the gold. They were, or sorry, they were not Akkal's archers. They were Jabari's archers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were about to clean up the man-at-arms, which I understand it a little bit more, but Cal still would have had time to wall, I think.
I agree. But I'm loaded up into Banana Grounds. I'm at 5 seconds. Where are you at?
I am loading into Banana Grounds now.
Okay, let me know when you're ready to go here. You can even count us down. 5 seconds.
Alright, so I am in 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you ready to unpause? 3, 2, 1, now.
Alright. So, Akkal going for Japanese, a civilization that I'm kind of surprised to see on this map being so open, but we'll see what happens. Britain's on the opposite side here for Jabari, and we have Llamas out on the field doing some scouting. Always see. Akkal gonna push in a deer immediately too, which is always a nice buff to have under the town center. And Jabari, it looks like he's just gonna do a little bit of scouting at home here. Going out to the mid with his monkey. Should be relatively good area if he can bring back some of these extra herdables.
Have you ever seen Jabari play this map before? What does he do? Does he do the same thing, or does he just do something different? This is a really hard map to wall. I remember our game on this map. I had like a tiny little box that I walled myself into, and then you just killed me. So
Yeah, it's
a lot of good stuff in the middle.
The map has changed a lot since then. We have removed all of the boar from the center of the map, so it's harder to get up to Castle Age, making it more of a feudal battle. And the wood lines have also been altered to adjust the woodline size around the edge of the map. That way it's not like a winner's advantage if you get stuck in the corner. It's still better, but being on the edge like this, a little bit more predictable thing now. So I've played Jabari on this map once. He's way higher rated than I am, as we see a llama and a villager bugging out here as they are just dancing. We need some meat. But Jabari is definitely going to go for 2 range Britons. No question.
So Jabari sending 2 villagers forward.
For deer, no doubt. 3, 4 vills actually now. Looks like.
Oh, there they are.
It's
so
a very solid food source. Doesn't need as many under the town center here with the faster gather rate for Britons as well. Ball looks like he's going to play it safe at home. Going to be going on to a mill here.
What's the meta, do you think, for this map? Or, do people go scouts? Do people go man-at-arms?
I mean, it's 100% scouts. Like, scouts have been the meta on this map. We haven't seen a ton of archer play, but again, the map did change as of, like, right before the tournament started, when we got rid of the boar in the center of the map. So it's a very difficult thing right now to really peg down, but mostly scouts. I know spoilers coming in, but in the first round of this tournament, when Yo-Yo Dude, the winner of the low bracket, played this, he actually went Huns, I believe, or Cumans, and went 2 stables, and played it more all-in feudal style, and then shifted into Cav Archers after. The monkey for Bari forward again, and he's already killed 2 vills. Will lose his monkey, but gets the value. Got some downhill hits, and the barracks was seen. Akkal is asking if there's only one. Trying to adapt his build now. Not ideal whenever you come into your home map and have to ask questions. Oh. Alright. Well. Geez then.
So it doesn't have the food to click up.
Yes, but I mean, neither does Jabari. But maybe his build had a planned build here and it's no longer viable. No. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. That will be a very quick 2 games, actually. Wow.
So Akkal is down 2 in this best of 5. So we'll get to see his other home map.
Yeah, which
Hopefully
will be...
he has a better idea of the starting resources for it, so he can execute his plans. We've never really seen Akkal execute his plans so far in this match. Seems like he's either been lamed by the monkey or caught off guard by the amount of resources that are available. So hopefully we have the opportunity to do that next game.
Yeah, for sure. 2 really quick ones, guys. We'll pull the maps back up. Last home map for Akkal here will be Nomad. Japanese going down here to Britons. Not much of a game. Only 2 units killed the whole game. 6-minute game. Rough and quick. Civs left. Jabari has Turks, Saracens, Byzantines, and Spanish. I can only imagine that this will be a Spanish play here for Nomad. Akkal maybe going into Lithuanians or Mongols, potentially. I mean, Cumans could be good as well. But we'll load in. We'll find out. Jungle Nomad. Coming up right now, guys. I'm at 5 seconds when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready as well.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Nomad. Jungle Nomad. A beautiful Nomad map here. Going back towards the old school ways where I have to drop a lumber camp first. We'll see what happens. Akkal does choose to drop one here. Jabari's going to be way over here in the corner, it looks like. So players will be spread out a little bit. Jabari is going to be in this interesting little corner. We'll have a nice big wall up, natural walls here with the cliff. But there isn't really much else over here minus a gold pile. And on the other side for Akkal right now, it looks much more promising with a lot of hunt available. Jabari is going to bring in quite a few of these sheep, though, so that will be beneficial.
Yeah, Jabari building right in the corner of the map. I'm a little bit worried that Akkal is going to trap him in there. And he's only going to have this gold. He's not going to have much food available except for the sheep. And Akkal may prevail through map control. I know it's quite early. I don't know how. I never played Nomad, right, when this was the old school way. I never played on the old school ways. So I don't know if people tend to build their town centers close to where their starting lumber camp is. It would be logical because you don't have to walk as far to put up your TC. But hopefully Jabari decides to take a little bit of more map control with his town center placement than just to build it close to this lumber camp. But we'll see.
For sure. Akkal has quite a bit of his scouting middle here, so he sees all of the hunt. The other side, so does Jabari. Jabari did get quite a few of the sheep here, and he is doing scouting as well. Both players getting closer and closer to being able to put down that town center. It looks like Akkal will definitely be there first, though, with having all of his vills working on the wood line. Mongols versus Spanish. An interesting civ matchup. Still, I think I favor Mongols here, given that Mangudai or even just Cav archers can fare decently well against Conquistadors if Jabari were to get to Conquistadors. But there's not a whole lot of stone on this side of the map for him, honestly. There's a 4 tile, and everything else is kind of far away. There is the town center for Akkal, so he will place it here in this nice little choke point, actually. A little bit surprised he didn't place it closer to the deer pile.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on the Civ matchup. I think that the bane of Mongols are missing final armor on their cavalry and their archers, and that's what Mongols like to do the most. So it doesn't sound like a big deal because Mongol Hussar, for example, get extra health, as do their steppe lancers. But missing that final armor makes Mongols really vulnerable to archer civilizations, because that final armor is what you need. As Jabari is building his town center on the deer, holy crap! But that final armor is what you need to counteract the effects of bracer and chemistry. So the bane of Mongols are generally archer civilizations, but Spanish don't get archers. Or well, they get archers, and that's all they get. They don't get crossbowmen or arbalister. So yeah, it's just one of the tools that's taken out of Jabari's toolbox to deal with all those Mangudai and all those Hussars that would love to flood his base.
For sure.
Mongol horde.
This honestly really hurts for Akkal. He's got no hunt now. He's going to be able to get in the boar, but a pretty lengthy lore at the moment. The town center for Jabari is in a prime position. He'll be on hunt. He has all these hurtables. He actually kind of blocks the stones from him, opponent. Gold is kind of blocked as well, and he will now head forward to take the boar as well.
So Akkal has just become aware of Jabari's town center in that location. So if I'm Akkal, I send villagers out to take these boar in immediately, so that Jabari cannot have them. Jabari's already taken the deer.
Yeah, and Jabari is being super greedy bringing both of them in here, honestly, but he will be able to take them both, I believe. He'll pop another Vill out on the other side, yep, and he'll just take this this boar for himself here. Might lose a Vill. He does lose a Vill here, but ultimately having the... Oh, he shot the boar! He shot the boar with the TC, the first one. I didn't realize.
Ooh, Jabari greed.
So Call is still ahead here, only having one boar for both players, but there is still a lot of hunt and herdables here for Akkal. If he were to scout to the south, looks like he could find a lot down here. Does have sheep down here as well. So really hoping he takes advantage of that once he finds it all. But for now, he has no food income as he's sending a Vill out to scout. There he does get the sheep in at least.
So Juicy, what do you do if you're Spanish and you're up against Mongols? Like, what's the play for you?
Try to be the first to castle drop. I think Jabari, being more of the clowny player, will probably use a good bit of monk play, honestly.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet as Spanish. You want to take advantage of the fact that your villagers build faster and like section off, wall off portions of the map, prevent the Mongols from using their mobility and raiding. Although Spanish are basically a pretty mobile civ. They're kind of a weird civ. They've got those mounted monks called missionaries. And they have their conquistadors, which are mounted hand cannoneers. But if you could like wall off the map or drop a castle somewhere, and if you could guarantee that a fight was occurring in one place, you could go pike siege and hope that your opponent doesn't have very good micro for his Mangadai to just micro your siege down.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a tough situation. You really have to get there, and the Mongols do have better onagers and they've got that drill siege. But Jabari does have one advantage, like you said, over the Mongols, and that is monks. He can convert. Oh, look at this! Jabari cheekily trying to block the villager luring the boar, the Akkal.
Yeah, ultimately that helps out Akkal. Oh, will he save it though? Oh, he lost the one that he brought in from the other side too.
It's better to take that boar and just let the other one go back, and because that's not one that Jabari is going to be able to take.
No, absolutely.
But it's going to take a lot for Jabari to get to that point where he could resist the Mongolian horde. I think the Mongolian power spike comes before the Spanish power spike in Imperial.
And with this Nomad, honestly, scouts could be prominent here, and wouldn't be surprised to see both players go into that. I don't think anyone's going to try to naked FC on this, knowing how close they are to one another here.
But I've got to say, I'm really impressed with Akkal's ability to find food on this map. You can definitely tell that Akkal likes his Nomad.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's done a good job to bring in these boar. He has quite a few low HP vills here. He is up in the villager count. Jabari, not as good with the hunt, is getting good income from it, but ultimately the boar being directly under is quite helpful. And we have a mining camp on gold already for a call, so that's an interesting...
Oh man, I hate that mining camp. I just got to say, I'm not a very angry man, but looking at that mining camp raises my blood pressure. That's a mining camp where you have 2 useful villagers, maybe. Maybe you could put 2 on gold with a mining camp like that. But having said that, he doesn't have a lot of options. You build on the other side, and your opponent, it's easier for your opponent to get to it. But you know that at some point, some villager is going to wander over to the other side and get pinned by scouts or man-at-arms and get killed.
Sure.
That is the nature of the beast.
Yeah, but he will be on his way up to feudal first. Jabari nowhere near. Even if he on-cues the Vills, he's not that close. And a mining camp on the gold over here for him as well. Looks like he's been building houses in the corner over here. Probably trying to save his Vills to keep him safe there. But Akkal doing a really good job with his food income here. Clicking up though. No barracks. I thought he started to build one, but canceled that. So we'll see if he is going to drop the barracks here shortly so we can have some aggression.
I don't know. I mean, Akkal's got one boar under his town center that he just finished off. He's at close to 500 food. He's got another boar with 340 food coming in. He's going to build 2 more villagers. What? He sends 1 sheep back, and he's got enough food for Castle Age. So this may very well just be FC for Akkal. Sending another villager out for food.
There's one more boar over here. This is really long distance here, but it's really paying off for Akkal. And he will be arriving in the feudal age. Will need to drop 2 buildings. There's a blacksmith, so maybe just going for a blacksmith market play. Yep, there we go. He'll be going up to castle relatively quickly here.
And I didn't see this earlier, but he's on berries at the mill, which of course always helps. He's going to take the last boar. That's funny. That is a long way to go for boar meat. Look at how many low HP villagers he has under his town center.
Gonna click Castle Age though before Jabari hits Feudal Age, so this is really looking good for him here.
Yep. Now what's he gonna do with it is the question. I don't see where Akkal is on stone. I don't even know if he's scouted any stone. Check Akkal's vision.
I feel like this is gonna be a siege push.
Yeah.
I think that's his only thing he can do, honestly. Push with siege.
He scouted some stone, but it's on the other side of Jabari. So I think you're right. I think we're going to see more villagers go on to gold and wood, and we're going to see a siege workshop come down really fast for Akkal.
Yeah, even selling the stone. Even selling the stone. So definitely not going to be any sort of castle play. I mean, at this point, the only thing he can build is a barracks and a siege workshop. He has not dropped barracks, so no archers, no cav at the moment.
So Akkal missing out on double bit axe so far. I don't. Where's his lumber camp? He must have built a lumber camp.
Yeah, it's right over here to the right of his town center.
Right there. I think he could sneak that tech in. That would really help him out.
I think he could, but I think he wants to get this siege workshop down. I think that's his priority here. If he can get a mangonel out, and then it is coming in, so he's not too concerned about it, so that's good. But if he can get a mangonel out, and if he can do a good job pushing, I mean, this could prevent Castle Age, potentially.
Yep.
Bari does have a little bit of food left under his town center. Looks like only like 100 and something. He is buying food, though.
There it is.
Yeah, Jabari is saying, damn. Siege monk play. I love it. I love it. Going up against Spanish, though. Very interesting position, to be honest. But,
yeah, the Spanish monks are, of course, superior to Mongolian monks. I think Mongolian monks are like the worst in the game, and Spanish monks are among the best. But the thing is Mongolian monks are better than Spanish monks that don't exist. And I think that's where Jabari is right now. Yeah,
Jabari's clicked up. He will be under fire from a mangonel and then a scorpion. I don't know if I like the scorpion. I think just mangonel monk here is the way to go. And honestly, it's not even gonna have vills in it. Another mangonel would be so much more favorable here. Call is housed, however.
So is Jabari just gonna let this town center go down?
100%.
Maybe he's just looking at this mangonel saying, that mangonel can't kill my town center in 1 minute and 17 seconds.
Well, he's so I'm not almost even be there. Up. He will have stone for a castle. I think he's just gonna go conquistador play here. That's his win condition. Monks do a really good job against siege, so I can't disagree with it. Where does he put it, though, that castle? Has to be over here by this gold, I imagine.
Yeah, with their excellent attack, conquistadors, and they're very mobile, they can just hit and run. Your opponent needs many mangonels to even scare conquistadors even a little bit.
Yeah, but Akkal is going to be behind on the economy. He has no villagers on food. This is totally his win condition, too. And yeah, there comes the castle. It will be on the gold, which is the correct move. But Honks cost, what, food and gold? So Jabari, 0 on food as well.
So the thing is that Akkal knows about that gold. He has scouted that gold. So if you're Akkal, that's like your next logical target. Fortunately for Jabari, the villagers are Spanish villagers and have built the castle already.
Town center going to go up in the corner here. It is not too surprising. It's very safe, and conquistadors will be out on the field. Honestly, if the monk numbers can get up, though, could be a very good position for our call to be in. He's also building his second town center, while Jabari is building back only town center at this point. I really don't like the Scorpion play. I think if he would have had another Mangonella, I think this game would already be over.
Even if he had made a ram first, the game would have been over. But he had no way of knowing that Jabari was just going to abandon that town center.
Of course, and the monk gets a conversion on a Vil, and now the Scorpion will try to save the monk, but I think the monk goes down here. One more hit and it's over. And now the conquistadors are here. Oh no. Jabari will micro these all day long. He does take a hit though. Now he just closes the distance. Alright, so Call's still in a good position though. He sees what the enemy's going for. He's killed a town center. He should know that he's in a good spot, even with the losses he took. And honestly,
yeah,
2 Mangonels taking out town center this early is pretty nice. Convertedville is going to do some fighting. Jabari will be able to deal with this Vil, but might lose this other Vil actually.
It's kind of funny. Looks like Jabari wants to go back out to the stone. If he'd just run a little bit closer to that castle, it would have alleviated the nuisance for him.
Yeah, but ultimately this Vil might go down.
So Akkal is going to be on 3 town centers, Juicy, but he's only got 4 on food, so he's going to need to use the market to adjust his economy and start to boom.
Looks like it'll be monk defense. He has a ton of wood, so he's just going to sell wood and probably buy a little bit of food he needs to. There are a lot of deer still over here for him, though, and he's got a TC on gold, so he's in a really good position. In 3 TCs, I mean, Conquistador, and it looks like Monastery, so Conk-Monk play is powerful, but if you fall too far behind an eco here, which Jabari has already fallen behind an eco, I guess he hasn't, actually. That's interesting. And Jabari's gonna kill the Vil that was converted, so, man, it turns out to be a really close game.
Yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what the players do. I'm most interested in what this monastery is for. If this monastery is to make monks to collect relics, or if Jabari is going to get atonement and convert Akkal's monks so that Akkal doesn't have monk defense against the conquistadors. Jabari has found his way in to this little pocket of wood.
Yeah, and honestly, there's quite a few exposed villas here, so you're gonna have to be real careful. And such a difficult position for both players now. I mean, Akkal is gonna be ahead with vills before too long, but Jabari is gonna add another town center, and conquistadors are out and about, and Akkal trying to convert another stone vill here. Like he will grab that as well. I honestly think Jabari just is letting them be converted so he can go kill the monk. He's happy to lose the villain trade for the monk.
Jabari valuing the gold more than the food, denying his opponent some gold. So Akkal has 4 town centers down, and he's got 15 on food somewhere.
All
so
down here in the
he should be able
south.
to start booming. Yeah.
farms and hunt right now. But he is under pressure at home. Be curious to see if he can get some conversions on the conks, as one relic already on its way back in, one already in, so we'll be two monks, or two relics to none. Jabari has the one unit that you don't really want to see at any level. You can micro these all day long.
So, based on the scouting, I think this is important. I don't think Jabari knows that Akkal has expanded to the west, the southwest of his town center. I don't think Jabari knows about those 3 town centers by that massive wood line and cliff.
He does not. He scouted that earlier, I believe. He does have a vill over there, but there's no buildings being sighted, and this capture
Yep.
age spectator bug, where the buildings were previously, cannot be bug for that. So
Yep.
yeah, I mean,
So Jabari might be underestimating what Akkal's economy will be here. Jabari might be feeling content to just sort of sit back with his conquistadors. Could you imagine if Jabari knew about this and was he'd have 3 different town centers that he could basically run back and forth between and idle. So it could be a lot of idle time for Akkal if Jabari knew about this down here, but he doesn't.
yeah, will be a siege push coming with the conks as well. And if Paul's not paying attention and loses more monks, this is going to get rougher and rougher, as he does not have good exchange there for himself. And the conks are just pressuring here. There's a siege coming in. Akkal looks to be in a rough spot. His eco balance is extremely off, floating 1,000 wood, 1,100 wood already. He is trying to boom up in the back with some town centers, a monastery for himself, but he's on stone, so maybe he's gonna try to switch into the Mangadai.
Mangadai would be a great play for Akkal right now. With Mangadai, he could the damage output on the Mangadai, he could kill conquistadors, and he could kill siege. So it's what he needs right now. Jabari being super annoying with that conquistador on the other side. Akkal wants to keep enough villagers around to fire on conquistadors that try to get past this town center. This town center is kind of like the gate to the rest of Akkal's economy, and he needs a monk to chase off this conquistador that's near his lumber camp.
Yeah, but Akkal gonna get a lot of vills killed here, sitting under the town center. Oh, 3 go down, 2 more very weak go down. So 5 vills just went down to the mangonel. I mean, Jabari with the vill lead, idling a ton of economy, and that outpost is there. So all these vills retreating right now could be seen.
I think that's his plan. I think he wants it to be seen. I think Akkal wants Jabari to think that these villagers are fleeing to the north. He's sending them in the opposite direction of the rest of the stuff that he has. This is game 3. I don't know how many times Jabari has played against Akkal, but maybe Akkal is sort of faking a salty player maneuver and running his villagers to the corner to try to wall them in and drag out the game as long as possible. Jabari would pursue, and then Akkal would have more time to boom in the south. I believe that is Akkal's logic here.
Yeah, he's gonna head out for the gold. He's just gonna drop a mining camp or try to. But the conks are gonna take out what looks to be 15 vills and a monk here. Still hurts, but he is booming, like you said. He does have quite the food economy up back here. He is sitting on a good 40 plus vills back in this corner, but all these vills will go down on the gold. Jabari's not going to let them get away. Jabari's starting to really pull forward here. He was trying to town center that position, so he was actually going to try to steal the farms from Akkal even. But all those vills are gone. Jabari suddenly looks to be very far ahead, as he's 3 TCs behind this as well now. Castle coming up for a call though. So
He's finally getting the castle that he needs. Yeah, and you're right. Jabari just chases those villagers down and kills them, and gets a pretty big economic advantage now. So if you're Jabari, you're kind of wondering, okay, well, what else is there? Right? Why has my opponent not resigned yet? I've killed every known villager that my opponent has.
But the score, I'm sure Jabari is not too concerned. He knows he's quite a way ahead. And, Jabari, with this play, is going to be in a fine position as he's adding a ton more farms. I think we're just going to start to see him transition to Imp, honestly. Conquistadors have killed 27 units, 20 of them being economy. Fortunately, Jabari patrols into a mining camp, and the conks are here, but they could be ranged from the town center. Some quick walls come in. Vills will die. Tower started here. We'll delete that. Jabari going for a sneaky castle in the south on the golds down there. Basically, I think he's going to try to push his opponent into a corner. He leaves one conquistador behind down below, just hitting from above. Mangadai numbers are going to take a while to build with only castle. The good news, though, Jabari does not have any conquistador production, but is really far behind in economy now. 23 villages. Imperial Age click coming in for Jabari as well. So Jabari is just macroing behind this point. I honestly can't believe he's in this good of a position after that start.
Akkal's Mangadai finding the castle at the south, but it's too late.
Yeah, and Akkal is probably going to lose these other two. Still get away with two of them. Can still do some damage with these, but it's going to be really hard to get some damage. Jabari going to add stables as well. Imperial Age is going to come as a rough position, though, I think, for Akkal. He's quite a ways away. He has 26 on food right now, but he is quite a bit behind, and the upgrades have already begun to come in. Sorry. No, there was no unique techs, Diesel. And so, no nomad tech. You're thinking he's gonna get housed, probably. It's very possible at this point, as the houses are being attacked by the mangonels. Alright.
So does Jabari have a university?
Don't see one for him.
No, he does not have a university, so no chemistry for him, at least not initially. Maybe he'll realize he doesn't have a university and rush one up. He has a single knight coming in to raid. No, it's going to be Cavaliers and Supremacy. So perhaps a villager rush.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not a bad play. You're this far ahead, and you want to sacrifice villager lives and not make military at this point. May also really drive home the fact that you feel that you're that far ahead. Maybe get a GG, but I don't know if that's Jabari's plan. Supremacy is a rather good tech just to have regardless. So, making these vills that much more tanky. See the statistics down here. 3 pierce armor, or 4 pierce armor, 3 melee armor is always quite a nice find yourself in, to be honest. The Mangadai are moving out over here. Did snipe a few of the con. Oh, Paladin right behind this. So it will be Paladin.
I actually like Paladin. I like Paladin better than my idea. Paladin are just really powerful units. They're very heavy hitting, and Mongols don't have very good answer to heavy cavalry. They can make pikemen, and they can make camels that are missing the final armor.
Yep.
So they're kind of in a tough spot when it comes to countering heavy cavalry like this.
Yeah,
I think they rely largely on their high damage Mangadai.
Yeah. Spanish going to be here with a Treb. Going to have 2 Trebs actually. Paladin with the plate barding armor as we're going to see Akkal hit Imperial Age. So what's he going for? He already has 1 camel on the field. Will he be going for heavy camel then, I'd imagine? No upgrades as of the moment. Oh, every second delayed is going to get worse and worse here. Paladin upgrade is in. Military number is only 28 to 4, but without heavy camel in, as Hussar is the play. Paladin will run in. There is a hole. Yeah, this castle will go down.
Heavy camel is absolutely essential against paladins.
GG comes in though. GG comes in. Akkal gonna be taken out here by Jabari. We saw some really fun strats from Akkal. It's sad to see him go down in this session, but he did play well and had some really unique strategies that we hadn't seen much of at all. So, it's a pleasure to cast your games good there. But it looks like Jabari will be sweeping Akkal and moving on to the semifinals here.
I hope that Akkal continues to sign up for tournaments and we can see his work, more of his work. I feel like this was an unfinished work from Akkal. Didn't quite get to show us what he wanted to do, but it looked like there was a lot of good stuff that Akkal had planned. Just Jabari is a very formidable foe, and Akkal was not able to make it happen this time, but maybe next time.
Yeah, I mean, the game 1 I feel like was just such an early GG. Honestly, that was a little bit rough to see that quick. I think if he would have just boomed behind it, he would have been fine. But ultimately, giving it up there a little bit early, you know, I feel like the Civ matchup wasn't that bad for him either. I mean, Bohemian's still a Civ that could have maybe done something against there with Aliens, but nonetheless, I don't think this will stop Akkal from doing what he's been doing. Akkal's been a great member of the community and been hosting tournaments for quite a long time. Has a 3v3 tournament coming up here, I believe at the end of the month as well. So, GG's to him indeed. We are going to update the bracket, guys. So if you do not wish to have any spoilers, now would be the time to look in direction. But we do have games turned in. Of course, I set this up to cast this evening since Jabari was not able to cast his own games with us, of course. But we do have Captain Thomas versus Eltravator in, I believe Akkal versus Serb games are in. So we will be casting for the next few nights. No question. We're not going to continue anymore this evening with the best of 5s. I honestly thought we would be casting much later into the evening. We did have 2 sub 20-minute games here in this set as well. Bit unfortunate. Tech, thank you for joining me. We'll have to do it again sometime since it's such a short one.
Yes, absolutely, Juicy. Always happy to coordinate with you. I'm looking forward to the content that our clans are going to create in the coming weeks. Should be a lot of fun, but it should also be fun co-casting the Banano Open Classic with you if you need.
Yeah, definitely. The show matches are coming up too, so those are going to be 2v2s. So that'll be nice. Vivid Arcs clan, if I pronounce that correctly, if not correct me, versus my Discord essentially. So, a hitch. This is just the banana map is Jabari's map. that's up to Jabari. But Tech Chariot, you can find him over there at YouTube. I personally just search for his name. I'm subscribed, but I still search for people when I want to watch their videos. I don't know what sense that makes, but it's what I do. But I do appreciate you joining me again, Tech, and hopefully we'll get you back in here. Probably for Jabari's next set, honestly. Such a quick one.
Yeah, I'm really looking for a good opportunity to pick on Jabari for a little bit. So do keep me in mind,
Yeah,
and
will do.
always a pleasure.
Absolutely. Anything in closing that you'd like to say?
Uh, nope. I just like I said, I'm happy to co-cast these events with you. These are a lot of people that I know and like and friends with, and it's always fun to see what they come up with for the maps. So if you need a co-cast, just let me know.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to the scene that is the ending screen here, and I'm gonna find someone to send you all over for the. You guys have a good one. Catch you again here soon.